Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to yet another edition of Truth That Transforms, only on Scum Media House. Today, we are looking at something very important. Before you say I do, what are those key things you need to know? 30 brutal, funny truths that you should know before you say I do. So, just before you say I do, have a seat, take a deep breath in, ask yourself, am I ready for marriage? Or do I just love the idea of being married? Marriage is not for the faint hearted. It's beautiful, but it's also revealing. It doesn't just show you love, it reveals you to you. So today, let's talk about 30 funny but brutal honest truths you should know before you say I do. Let's go. Number one, accountability. If you don't like being accountable, telling someone where you are, what you're doing, who you are with, explaining things you think are no big deal, please don't get married. The second point is questions. If repeated questions annoy you, where are you? Have you eaten? What are you doing? Who are you with? Marriage will frustrate you. Sometimes your spouse just wants to connect, not necessarily like they want answers. Then friends of the opposite sex. If you love keeping besties, all those friends of the opposite sex as your besties, posting them on your status, your spouse won't find it funny. Marriage will humble you. The fourth is correction. If you hate being corrected or challenged, marriage will shock you. Your partner will be your biggest mirror, reflecting your flaws and your growth areas daily. The fifth, your way is the best way. Uh-uh. Don't get married with that kind of mindset. Marriage is not a company where you are the CEO. It's partnership. You will need to negotiate even small things like we need to buy toothpaste. What kind of toothpaste are we buying? The next point, don't tell me what to do. Oh. If you can't stand being told what to do, my dear, stay single. In marriage, humility saves peace. It's not about control, it's about mutual respect. The seventh point, handling pressure. If you can't handle pressure, my dear, marriage will feel like a pressure cooker. Emotionally, financially, family, in laws, the pressure never stops. It just changes shape. So you must learn how to manage pressure even before you get married. The seventh point, still attached to parents. If you can't stay without your parents' involvement in every decision, please don't rush into marriage. Marriage requires emotional intelligence, emotional independence. Your spouse needs a partner, not an extension of your parents. Running to parents in every small issue, you want to run back home to complain. You're not ready, my dear. Solve things first in your home. Learn conflict resolutions. Learn to resolve your conflicts. That's how trust is built. And taking nonsense is the next point. If you can't take small nonsense from anyone, marriage will stress your patience. In marriage, you have premium nonsense. Premium nonsense. And the next point, expecting parental treatment. If you want your spouse to treat you like your parents did, you will be so disappointed. Your spouse is your lover, not your mommy or your daddy. And then taking no for an answer. If you can't accept no as an answer, marriage will bruise your ego. We hear no in marriage all the time. You bring ideas, they say no. Then thinking of your ex, if you keep comparing your spouse to your ex, go back. Don't drag that ghost into your new home. It kills peace faster than cheating. Superiority complex. If you think you're better than anyone else in this life, you're not ready for marriage. Marriage only works where two people honor each other. Self discipline. If you haven't mastered self discipline and you still want to flirt around, sleep around with anyone, marriage doesn't cure lust. it only exposes it. Violence and verbal abuse. If you're a woman beater, or if you are someone who insults or abuses men, your words kills. Please, you need to treat yourself before getting married. The next is secret. If you love keeping secrets, marriage will frustrate you. Build a transparent marriage. Build an open, honest, and clean marriage. Then the next is single lifestyle. If you want to live like a single person, doing whatever you want, whenever you want it, going wherever you want, doing your things your way without wanting anybody to ask you or tell you no, marriage will humble you. You can't be single in marriage. It's not possible. It's either you're married or you're single. There are no two ways about it. You cannot be singly married. The next point is revenge. If you always seek revenge, please don't marry. Marriage will give you plenty of reasons to forgive. Every single week. If you want to revenge, where do you even start from? The next, no play, you're just very serious. If you can't relax, joke, act silly sometimes, your marriage will feel like a board meeting. Playfulness keep love alive. Sharing. If you can't share your space, money, your time, your life with the other, marriage will suffocate you. Sharing is part of love. Then house chores and bills. If you think house chores was meant for the women or bills were meant for the men, you are not ready. Marriage is teamwork, not servanthood. Independent decisions. If you like making decisions alone, marriage will irritate you. Two heads mean that you take joint decisions together. You think about it. The next point, I think, is the 24th point, the blame game aspect. If you always blame others, you find pleasure in blaming everyone else except yourself. Marriage will expose you. Growth begins when you learn to say, I was wrong. The 25th point, anger issues. If your anger is destructive, marriage will trigger you daily. Learn to manage your anger first before getting married. Marriage will press your last nerve softly but continually. You will get angry on every minute. Then we have privacy obsession. If you think your phone, your laptop is sacred ground, no one should touch. Be careful. Secrets breed suspicion, and suspicion kills intimacy. The next is pride and ego. If your pride and ego control you, marriage will wound them again and again until you learn humility. And then attention and praise. If you expect your spouse to constantly praise you like social media followers, you will be so frustrated. Marriage is love. It's not performance, my dear. So be calming down. The next point is loneliness fix. If you think marriage will fix loneliness, it won't. If you are empty inside, marriage only applies it. Heal first, then you can commit and get married. The last point, that's the 30th point, growth. Finally, if you can't commit to growth, learning and constantly adjusting, that's constant adjustment, marriage will frustrate you. It is not static. You either grow together or grow apart. Marriage isn't just about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person yourself. It will test your patience, break your pride, and teach you forgiveness. But if you enter with maturity, humility, and a sense of humor, you'll find peace, joy, and companionship like no one else. So before you say I do, just make sure you are ready to say I will grow, I will forgive, I will be accountable, and I will choose love daily. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to share this episode with someone preparing for marriage. Even with those that are already married, it can help both parties. Again, until we meet in our next edition of Truth That Transforms, we keep building healthy relationships and marriages across the globe. True truths that transforms. See you again next time. Please do not go without subscribing if you haven't. Tell us what you think about this very dirty, brutal but funny aspects you must consider before getting married.